Welcome back to AJ's podcast. This is going to be a shorter version of the podcast because I ain't got that much time, but it's still gonna be a podcast. So, since it's a podcast, I'm gonna light up my pod. All right, and now I take off my cast. All right. So I lit up my pod, I took off my cast. So let's start talking about something because this podcast has to go somewhere. Did you know that something is about to happen very important in the world? And you should know about it. The thing that's gonna happen is it's going to be an electromagnetic, energetic, surprisingly fagnetic. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it's gonna be spraying all over the world because you're not even gonna hear about it on the news. You're not gonna hear about it where you go and who you see and who tells you what and who, but I guarantee you that you're gonna feel it deep inside of your soul because it's gonna be moving you to the core. Subliminally, that is. Because it's energy, and energy travels throughout the entire universe at a speed that nobody can begin to comprehend, and I'm stuttering a little bit, but that's okay. But seriously, energy, it's coming to Earth from many a places in our galaxy to help us. To help us. To help us. And it's gonna be great because once we all sit down and meditate, then we're gonna feel so damn great. And it's gonna be amazing. And you gonna feel it. Trust me, oh Lord, you gonna feel it. And you gonna rise and open up your third eye so that you can surrender to the skies. And yes, you will decipher all of the lies inside of your mind so that you can realize in time what needs to be done for the future. And you will know what is known in the ether, and you will also be projected into the spiritual realm of projection that will bring you to the resurrection and the deflection of energy for your protection. And it's gonna be so great, and you will meditate for all eternity, and you will feel serenity and serendipity and omniscience and omnipotence and omnipresence. And that's how it's gonna be, my friend. This is AJ's podcast, and I hope you're listening until the end. Thank you very, very, very much. And this is gonna be one great podcast because once I stop talking and start smoking again, then I'm gonna start talking again. That's how it's gonna go. But for right now, I just need to take a little toke. Alright, that toke was a little bit bigger than I thought. But it's cool. I hope you were listening to what I said before, because what I said before is gonna open a door, and that door is gonna fling off its hinges, and then you will be unleashed into the inevitable universe that is unleashed, and you will feel the presence of everything. And let me tell you, the presence of everything is kind of overwhelming, but you will feel it swelling inside of your being, inside of your mind, inside of your heart, and who knows, maybe your root chakra is gonna make so much energy that you have to just let out a big fat fart, but who cares, because the energy's still in the air, and maybe as your fart lingers, it could tickle your fingers so that you could feel the energy that you gotta give off. And then maybe you got a cough because that fart smells kind of bad. But anyways, that's all we had to talk about there. And so, as I ash my blunt, I'm gonna be so blunt as to say y'all need to meditate. Meditate. Y'all need to meditate. That's what it's all about, is reaching into the depths of your own being and realizing who you are in the astral planes. And once you realize that, you will realize also that you are not insane, because you, in fact, have reached the level of sanity that is perpetual, endearing, inevitable. And that is truth. You have to find your truth. Excuse me, I just burped. But anyways, you have to realize you're Akashic so that you can be serendipitous, omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipotent, and all the rest. And I hope that you hear the wind that is blowing behind me, because I love the wind. Oh, Lord, do I love the wind. It makes me feel right at home. Indeed, because I am an Aquarius, and after all, my Aquarian energy is air, because I'm all air, apparently, in my Aquarian chart. But that does not define me to being something else, because I have my other components. But I feel like everybody should learn their own components so that they could be a component onto this earth for what they properly are. And with that being said, whatever your energy is, we need it. Because inevitable balance is also part of what we are living in. But without that being said, we still need you, because you are you, and you have potential to help us no matter who you are. And if I'm reaching your ears and you're wondering who you are, you better ask yourself that question about 1,000,000 times after you're done with this podcast. Because I have asked myself that question 1,000,000 times, and I still don't know who the fuck I am, but I know that I am what I am and who I am for what I need to be, if that made any sense. You'll never know who you are, because you can't know that 100%. By law of the universe, you cannot know 100% of your Akashic records. You can know 99%, but you cannot know 100%. So therefore, with that being said, by law of the universe, you cannot be 100% sure of who you are, even in a godly state. Amen. That's what I said. I said it. That's what the man said. That's what he said. He said it. Oh, shit. I gotta light this again. Don't you worry, guys. I'm almost done. I'm almost done rambling to you. But I gotta tell you some important things, you know? Otherwise, you won't get the true meaning of life from anywhere. And so my podcast is pretty important. Excuse me, I just burped again. Oh, it's that pork fried rice that I had earlier. I swear it. I just tasted pork. Anyways, this is a very ghetto podcast because I'm literally doing it in my room with a mic that has a pop filter that is screwed onto it with the help of some tissues. But I know that it's still gonna reach some people. And I hope it really does. Because I love y'all. I love y'all with the bottom of my heart and all the rest of my heart and some of my arteries. I love y'all. Oh shit, I just thought of something. You know, on a technicality, your heart is not just your heart, but your heart is your whole cardiovascular system. So, like, that's your entire heart right there. It's your whole cardiovascular system. Holy shit. You got a big heart, guys. Everybody has a big heart. Technically, the bigger that you are, the bigger your heart is. Holy shit. Wow. No wonder why Buddha was full of love. Oh, that's funny. This is some good bud, man. I love it. I love just talking about what I talk about, when I talk about it, and why I talk about it. Who nobody knows new. Nobody knows. Nobody needs to know. That's what I'm trying to say. Shit. Nobody. Whatever. Who cares? This is AJ talking right now, right in the present. This is my voice, and if nobody even hears this until this point, I don't even fucking care. Yeah, I dropped a F-bomb. Who cares? Fuck it. I dropped another one. Ooh. Nagasaki and Hiroshima up in this bitch. Anyway. That's fucked up. Sorry. I cough when I laugh too much. Anyways. I believe that we're going to take a short break and then come back. All right? All right. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back, I say. Back. Back, you foul beast. Anyways, sorry. Oh, my God. I have to pee really bad. But you know what? I don't really care. Because I don't want to get up. I'm still in front of the microphone. And I don't want to get up. So we're good. I'll just hold it. I'll hold it. You can't see right now, but I'm holding my crotch. No, I'm just kidding. Well, actually, I wasn't kidding, but now I'm kidding. Anyways, so, on to the next subject. Do you like to look at the stars? Do you know about Venus, Jupiter, and Mars? And did you know about Mercury? Nobody talks about Mercury, you know? I feel like Mercury is very underrated. I feel like the only time we ever hear about Mercury is when we're learning about, thermometers in like the 4th grade. It's like, oh yeah, this little piece of glass has some really bad chemicals that if this breaks, we're all gonna have to evacuate the building. It's like, wow, thank you for telling me that as a 4th grader. Now I'm gonna be scarred for life, and I also have one in my room. Like, thank you. No, literally, I actually did steal a thermometer with mercury in it from my high school. So, like, I have some mercury in my room, and if you need some, like, don't come to me because I'm not gonna give it to you. Like, go to a science lab or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, oh my God. My bladder is like screaming for me to release it. But you know what? I'm going to torture it a little bit more because I hate myself just a little bit because I want to make this a good podcast and a funny podcast, but also a very informative podcast. Yes. Anyways, I'm going to take another hit of weed. Maybe that will make me forget that I have to pee. Possibly. Quite possibly. Anyways, something else that I wanted to talk about tonight, along with the theme of astronomical things, is the moon. When the moon makes its way into its full, brightest, biggest, boldest moon that it's ever been. And you gotta listen to me, this is really important. when the moon is the biggest and brightest it's ever been, then you must go outside and pray to it. Pray to it like it is the savior of your world. You must pray to the moon so that by the time the sun rises, and you better be praying until the sun rises, you will be saved. And when you do so, you will meet me in paradise.